Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? I want to make sure you can hear and see me well. I'm looking down because this is the computer, and then obviously this is the camera that I'm looking directly into. So if you see me looking down, it's not that I'm not making eye contact, it's just I'm looking at everybody on the screen. So if you can hear me and see me well, put the LUs in the chat. Let me see who's on here real quick. So today, just really Q&A, right? We can just have a combo, give you some game, talk about whatever's on your mind, really. And really just leave here with a refreshed mindset. It'd be a little short session, but I'm here to help you really get through the challenges that you've been facing and hopefully change your mindset so you can level up. Who else? Let me see the LUs in the chat. I know we got more people. What up, Kendra? All right. So we could start the conversation off by really talking about the opportunities that's going to come in 2025. So people are still talking about how the tech job industry is not really good and it's hard to break in. But what we're really looking at is people are not differentiating themselves from others, right? Everyone is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So, for instance, somebody will build their skills, they will have some projects, and they would just go and just apply to 100 roles on LinkedIn. And while LinkedIn is integrated in a lot of these company systems and they do value the LinkedIn applicants that come across, it's really good for you to go and apply to the website because they look at the website and the ATS algorithm and the system will be able to catch keywords that's on your resume and put them to the forefront of that recruiter's CRM for a lack of better understanding. But I've been hearing this a lot with the recruiters. Hey, get them to apply through the website. Get them to apply through the website. That's number one. That's the first thing you can do to really stand out. The second thing really is just understanding this career of yours is really should be treated like a business. And I say this all the time, and I use this strategy because as a business, how do you differentiate yourself in a market? You might have somebody that sells the same product. Like you might have, as a business, you might do, you might be a carpenter, right? You might renovate homes. There's plenty other companies that renovate homes, but how do you stand out? How do you get your customers? How do you connect to the customers? Because this is exactly what excuse me if you hear the dog and the doorbell, but someone DoorDash is here. But this is how you really should look at your career. If you're job hunting right now, the companies that you're applying to are your customers, and the recruiters or anybody that you connect with are your leads, so the hiring managers, etc. So how do you nurture your leads to really showcase that you can help solve their problem? Because we should be going in this with the focus of not hire me, give me a chance. Nobody wants to see an applicant or even a resume that screams, I need a chance. Just please take a chance on me, and I'll be super grateful. If you had a business and your business was service based, would you go to your customers and say, hey, please take a chance on me and help me learn how to solve your problem? Like if you say, hey, I fix toilets, you wouldn't tell your customer, hey, hire me to fix your toilet, but I'm going to need you to help me learn how to fix your toilet. That's not how you're going to present yourself, right? You're going to present yourself as, hey, I'm the answer. I can fix your toilet. Trust me. And this is the other toilets I fix, even in the last past year. That's the mindset that you need to take when you're really focusing on your career. Is this making sense to y'all? I want to make sure this makes sense. Put yes or no. Let me get a little sip of water. Are you getting this? Okay. So when people say the market is tough, it's because they're not doing like truly. Let's put this on the table. Truly. And I want to hear from y'all for the people that's on here. Give me a percentage of what you think. Out of obviously 100% of the people that's in the market right now, when they say the market's tough and they haven't been able to land an interview, or callback, etc., what percentage of those people do you think are actually doing the job to stand out? And what's the percentage of people you think that actually just following what everyone else is doing? Give it to me. So it's like 60-40 or 70-30 or 20-80, whatever the case may be. I want to see your percentage breakdown. What is the percentage of the people you think are actually doing what they're supposed to do versus the percentage of people who are just going with the flow and just copying and pasting and then expecting results? I want to see. It's interaction time. Come on. Come on. Let me see. Let me see. Because when you look at someone who really says the market is this and that, and I apply to a 1090, so 10% is doing what they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. The 90 are, it may seem like they're trying, right? Because either one, even if they know, and I'm just going to keep it 100 because I have to, like, even if you know or don't know, let's say, even if you don't know how to differentiate yourself in the market, when you apply to these roles, you know you're not. So, like, deep down, you know you're not doing everything you could be doing to stand out, right? Like, some people, if you reach out, if you apply, right, you know you may have to reach out to a recruiter after you apply or before you apply. Reach out to somebody at that company, see if they can have a call with you. Hey, brothers, hey man, I'm just connecting with you because I'm very interested in the cloud engineer role at ABC company. I wanted to check in with you to see what are the chances, if you're available, we can get on a quick call. I would love to just chat more about like the day-to-day of the role and to see how you came to work there. We're not even doing that because guess what? We're scared of the no. We're scared of somebody telling us or shutting us down. No. Okay. But you say you want a great paying role, right? If you make it 40K, 50K, 60K right now, but you say you want to make 100K, 110K, 120K, or even 80K, 90K, we're taking no for an answer. Before we even get it, we're not even giving ourselves a fighting chance. So deep down, you know you're not doing everything you're supposed to do to stand out. And it may be the lack of knowledge, right? You may say, well, brothers, I don't know how to. Okay, that's great. You don't know how to. Now it's time to learn because even though you don't know how to, you know There's something that you need to learn to do it. So why not learn it? Right? Um, she said, let's see, depends on how much they're applying to, I think. Yeah, so you got some people that are applied to just 20 roles a day, and it's a numbers game to them. And they might get lucky and they might get an interview. But guess what? I have some people who apply to so many roles, they get an interview, they be like, man, I don't even remember applying to this role. Well, guess what? Now it's time to understand the company that you applied to and reach out to people who work there so you can understand the day to day so you can give you the advantage when you get into an interview. Because otherwise, if you don't prep, you're not gonna make it past the first interview. Or you might be able to bullshit your way to a second interview, but when the technical comes, and you're not really talking about how you can solve their problems and you scream, give me an opportunity, please. 95% of the time, you're not going to get it. 5% of the time, you may find a company that says, hey, we like you. And, we think you have so much passion. We love what you've done. And we're in the business of training our engineers. We're just going to put you on so you can train with us and we'll help you learn and grow. We'll use our AWS partnership to help you get certified because that's benefiting them, right? But a lot of companies are not like that. They want you to come in and solve their problem, especially if you're going to say, hey, I want that money. I want to get paid well. Okay, if you want to get paid well, then it can't scream, please give me an opportunity, right? It can't scream, please be the answer to my prayers. It has to scream, I'm the answer to your prayers. Confidence. Confidence in what you can do and confidence in what you can't do, but the confidence to learn it and get up to speed quickly and say, I can be the best at it. That's how confident I am. Look them dead in the eye like I'm looking you. Hey, I haven't had experience with that, but I'm super confident I'll be able to get some quick start tutorials and learn what needs to be learned so I can be an asset and work with the team. And ultimately, if you need me to become an expert in this and be your go-to person. God damn, you see how good that sound rather than I don't know. I never used that before. Because the next question that's gonna come is like, well, are you willing to learn it? So these things feelings are keeping people from thriving in the market. Yes, are there people who probably doing everything they're supposed to be doing and just not catching a lucky break? Yeah, right. How much a percentage of that? I don't know. But I know the majority that are not catching the breaks are just not doing what they're supposed to do. Like this is a brand building year, right? This is a where LinkedIn is not just for secretly knocking on people's doors and trying to connect with them in the back end. It's putting yourself out there as a brand. You are a business who have built their services, your skills and your talent and your creativity to you looking for the best customers to help them solve their problem. You've been looking at this all wrong. You've been looking at I'm gonna learn all this so they can help me solve my problems, which your problems could be, I don't make enough money, or I want to make more money, or I hate my job, whatever your problem is. You're like, I'm building myself so they can solve my problems. Well, your mentality should be I'm building myself so I can solve their problems. That's how you get the money. All right. Is this making sense to y'all? I want to make sure like I'm giving y'all value. Put the gems in the chat if this makes sense. Put the thumbs down if it doesn't. And whatever questions y'all have, go ahead and put it because this is a Q&A. Let's see what Kendra said. When I was finished with school, I was applying to a lot of entry level tech roles and always got turned down flat or was close, but something missing or missed something. So here's the thing: do you understand what you missed? Did you follow up with them to get feedback, right? Or did you if let me look at this question again. Was turned down flat. Okay, so if you're turned down flat, this means like it was something wrong with your approach. If you couldn't even have a conversation with them, like How was your approach? What did your resume scream? Did your resume scream everything you learned in school? Or did your resume scream, this is how I can help you solve your specific problem? This is the thing about business. Once again, you are a business. So let me give you the game. The thing about business is you don't make the money trying to solve everyone's problem. You make the money solving a specific problem. All right. So if I literally took the name Level Up in Tech and tried to get everybody in tech from project management to cloud engineering to network engineering to help desk to whatever tech roles that are out there in the world, I would not be in a concentrated area and I probably wouldn't do well in a business. So if you're taking everything that you learn and let's say you have a person that has a specific problem. Hey, once again, I need my toilet fixed, man. Can you fix toilets? And you coming through and you giving them a car and you say, hey man, I can fix your shower. I could do your floors. I could do your sink. I could paint your walls. I do all of that. They're like, yo, I'm trying to like, can you fix toilets? You ain't got nothing on your flyer that says you fix toilets. Why would they call you back? Like everything on your flyer or the interaction or whatever they see of you needs to solve their specific problem. So if you have a job you're applying to, everything on your resume should just be specific to what they want you to have. If you don't have it, learn it. I'm just that's the $1 million game to this. Stop sending out these resumes that just showing your broad range of skills when they don't give a shit about that. They like, yo, what can you do for me? Once again, you sending out a resume saying, please pick me, pick me. Please give me an opportunity, sir. I would not let you down. Who would invest money in that? You see what I'm saying? If your cousin came to you, let's say you might got some paper, you might got some bread in the account. Let's say your cousin came to you with an idea, business idea. You're like, all right, it's decent, but they're not really specifically telling you how they can make money, how it works, and how it can help. Like what's in it for you, right? Because you're like, if I'm gonna invest my money, what's in it for me? They're not telling you the projections for the next 5 years, what returns they can bring in, what your money looks like, where your money is going to, right? They just gonna say, hey, cuz, just man, if you can loan me $25, I mean $25,000, man, I won't let you down. I won't let you down. It's gonna be big, I swear. You like what? Like you don't even have a game plan. Like, why would I give you $25,000 if you can't even tell me, or better yet, since you asking for it, 100K. Why would I give you 100K if you can't even tell me where I'm gonna get my return on investment? Why would they give you 100K if you can't even tell them how they're gonna get their return on investment by solving their specific problems? And not only you do it for one, you do it for 100 applications and then be like, the market, man, is shit. Nobody's hiring. Of course, nobody gonna hire you. You haven't even told them, hey, if you invest this 90K in me, this is what I'm bringing to the table. You just said, hey, please, this is not a lottery. Please give me this 90K. Please, like, just take a chance and just dump this night. What if you don't work? What if they give you the opportunity and you don't work out? Now, right, over the next year, they realize you didn't work out and they've given you a $90,000 role. Now they got to fire you and then hire somebody else and give. And it costs more to hire somebody else too. So now they wasted all this time, all these resources training you, getting you up to speed to their product, services, or whatever it is, infrastructure. And you can't even do the job because you can't even solve their specific problem. You don't even know. Half of them that apply don't even know the problem that they need to solve. They just see the job and they say AWS, okay, Kubernetes, okay, yeah, Python. I got that. Let me apply. And they try to put the little keyword, created Python app using a calculator. or created a Python calculator app or whatever it is, right? Deploy two node Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so you want me to invest 100K in that? You deployed a two node Kubernetes cluster. Good for you. How's that solve my problem? How's that solve my problem? Once again, let me take this break. Does this make sense to y'all? Is this good gems that I'm giving you? Does it soak in and you like, aha, yes or no? Let me know. I want to see because I don't want to keep going and going and going if y'all not getting this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep, you know what I mean? I, I don't want to be a person that's not solving your problems. You know what I mean? Like, am I solving your problems or not? Right. So this is why people are not really getting callbacks in the market. They doing the same thing. They letting how they feel get in the way of the dollars. It's similar, right? Somebody starts a business and doesn't market themselves right, doesn't really understand their target market. They build a business that try to serve everyone. Notice the businesses that do well, they have a product that they just specify in, right? So, like with McDonald's, that was the Big Mac. They served that one thing well. They got a lot of other things, but like when you hear McDonald's, you hear Big Mac. When you hear Burger King, you hear Whopper, right? Five Guys, they sell burgers. They might do a hot dog, but they sell burgers. That's what they do, right? Canes, they sell chicken tenders. They don't even sell boned in chicken. They sell chicken tenders. They solving a specific problem. And a lot of y'all not because you build the business and you broadly build it. And then what happens is this you you go out to your little friends and market to them because you're scared to market to your true market. You're scared to market to your true target audience so you can get paid because you're scared of people telling you no, you're scared what people are going to say about you, you're scared of people talking about you, you're scared of all of that. So you don't market to your target market. You market to the little friends out here. Nobody buys it, and then you shut the business down and say, "Man, should ain't nobody want it? It wasn't no market for it. How? How? You didn't even test the market. You didn't even test the market. You know when we were handing out flyers when I had another business, we was handing out flyers, and we thought like getting 100 flyers was testing the market about our product, getting people hot. You know, I was doing music, so I was flyers about my CDs at that time. But really, I didn't understand that a lot of these companies that I was competing with, you know, that were actually putting money into their craft, their testers was 5,000 flyers. Here I am thinking 100 flyers was a tester that really gave me the information I needed to know to see if people were going to buy my product, and other companies were testing it on 5,000. That's it right there. We're not even testing, putting ourselves to putting ourselves out there to see if we could connect with our target market for our skills. We're sitting here hiding behind LinkedIn, the curtains on LinkedIn, not even putting ourselves out, and then just applying quietly to somewhere and not even showcasing how we can solve their problem. And then all of a sudden the market's trash because nobody's calling you back. You have to ask yourself, would I invest 100K in me based on how I applied to this role? Yeah, of course. If I'm a lawn care company and I go and put, you know, 5,000 flyers in a mailbox, I'm going to get some callbacks. You may not get as many as you think you should get on 5,000, but I may get some callbacks. But when I get the callbacks, if I can't solve their specific problem, then I wasted the opportunity that the 5,000 flyers gave me. See, right now, you're not even right with aligning. You're applying to 100 companies and you think it's a numbers game, but it's far deeper than that. You have to solve. I can't reiterate this enough. You have to solve the problem. You have to do your resume over and over and over again. Like, you don't have to do the whole thing, right? But you need the keywords in there that they want, and you need the projects in there that they need to see that you can solve the problem with. Like, you need to align the projects with the problem they need you to solve. Once again, I deployed a two node Kubernetes cluster. I created a multi-tier VPC. Okay, cool. For what? Like, what problem did that solve? What were the outcomes? They want to see outcomes. What was the outcome of you? Like, why did you deploy it? And like, what problem did it solve? I mean, I don't know. I just did it because I was learning. Please, but please, you know, give me that 100K. I promise. I'll use more of your resources to learn. And I know you got to spend more money on me even after you give me the 100K, but take a chance on me. No, I ain't doing that. Your cousin come to you say the same thing. You gonna yes or no? If your cousin came to you with a business plan like that, asking you to invest 100K in, and they can't even tell you where you gonna get your return on investment or where your money looks like over the next few years, or where your money's going to, are you gonna invest? Yes or no? Let's tell the truth. You gonna invest? Yes or no? I don't see where the answer's at. Yes or no? Help a brother out. Let's see. Somebody gonna be like, it depends. Yo, yeah, probably not. Absolutely not. Same thing with your career. So now we got to look at it differently. Okay. We got to look at it from a different lens. We got to go in, and we can't worry about what people say online. Like, you got to put yourself out there, man. Like, everything you're doing, you got to put it out there. I don't even care if you got like if you have talked to recruiters before but you didn't get the job, but now what you're doing is you're working on things that align with what they needed you to work on. Or if you had interviews and you knew you were weak in those points, and now you're working on projects that they need your work. Tag the company, tag the people you talk to. Hey, I would love your feedback here. Not the recruiters, but like if it's technical manager, hiring manager, lead, or whatever. Hey, I posted this project. Hey, I would love to hear your feedback. Now, if they don't answer, don't get mad. That's another thing too. People get mad when you don't answer them. Like, I asked you, can you look at my project? Hey man, sometimes people don't have time. Sometimes it's not a priority for them to look at your project, right? But guess what? Think about it in music. When you heard a song that may not have been hot right then and there, you were like, it's all right. You ain't paying attention to it. But guess what? You keep hearing that artist. You keep hearing that artist. You keep hearing that song. Keeps on. And you like, yo, this joint, all right. This artist fire. All right, okay. Oh, I remember when I heard something about them that song was all right, but they kept putting out songs and now they're your favorite, top of mind. That's how you got to think about it with recruiters and hiring managers. Hey, you might have been all right to them in the interview. They might have passed, but guess what? It's your job now to make them be like, yo, Collins is fire. I need him. Like if another role come through here, Collins is going to get the call. All right. So, did I help y'all solve a problem tonight? Give me the thumbs up or thumbs down. I was only here for a short time, 30 minutes is what I was going to do. We had a little short sign up, but I want to make sure that I help y'all solve a problem today. Also, if you haven't taken advantage yet, let's see where we go here. This is our Cloud Career Accelerator, free projects. If you want to kickstart, it's no excuse. I'm giving you the link to kickstart your career right now. Also, we specifically help individuals like y'all, like wh- wherever you are, if you're looking to really build more value to your skill set, if you're looking to really focus on gaining experience by building real projects and products, and if you focus on the help that you need to land a cloud role, I want to invite you to drop the LUs in the chat if it makes sense for us to schedule a call just to really see if we can even help you, because we want to get to know more about what you're doing and what's working, what's not working, and maybe we can see where that gap is. And if it makes sense to you, and if you feel like, hey, this is something that I think you can take me to the next level, then we can talk about those next steps. But if you're interested in really building a career in 2025, I suggest you get serious with how that looks. I suggest you get serious about your business. I suggest you get serious about your business. I suggest you get serious about your business. Because if you're not going to be serious about it, nobody else care. Nobody else is going to invest money into you to help you grow. You got to invest money into yourself. Nobody's coming to save you. That's one thing I learned. No one is coming to save you. There's no company that's going to be like, hey, Kendra, we've been watching you get rejected, after, get reject after reject, and we just want to save you. We want to give you an opportunity because we see how hard it is out there for you. No, the business is in business to make money. And if it doesn't come with a return, guess what? A lot of people that got laid off, believe it or not, yes, they got laid off because companies wanted to save money, but they also got laid off because companies see them as resources in a company that didn't bring a return. So they kept the ones that brought a return. No one's coming to save you. Get serious about your business. LU in the chat if you want to see if this makes sense for us to work together this year. Period. And here's the link to the Cloud Careers Accelerator again. It's still up here. Make sure you join that. Okay. Any questions before I go? I want to make sure I answer some questions. This is Q&A, and I did a lot of talking. So if you got questions, put them in the chat. I want to see them. I'll give you a minute to see if anybody has questions. Get serious about your business. If you want results, get serious about your business. I'm just gonna keep saying that to you till you get the point. Like you have to, okay, if you want whatever type of role and let's say money is important to you. You say, I want a role making a certain amount of money, or I want a role with a certain amount of opportunities of growth, whatever. You have to look at where you are now, and then you have to say, I need to become this person in order to receive that, to get that. Are you that person now? Probably not. So get serious about your business. So if somebody say, I want to make $1 million with my business, well, they're not going to come out the gate making $1 million. They have to become the business that and become the person that can help scale the business and drive the lead generation and deliver on what they say they're going to deliver on to get that $1 million. So this is your $1 million. And in business, you have to have a coach. Like you can't go, you can only go so far by yourself, right? If you want to reach $1 million or $2 million, $10 million business, most likely 99.9% of the time, you're going to have to invest in yourself to hire someone who's done it that can help you do it. And one of the best. So your career is the same way. Your career is the same way. If you want a 200K career, you have to work with people who have gotten others to that level and gotten themselves to that level. That's it. All right, let's see. What's the question? What is an area in cloud that people sleep on but could help them get ahead faster? Huh. That's a great question. I'll say data. Like when you learn the engineering, when you learn cloud engineering, or if you learn software engineering, getting involved in data right now, data engineering, even data analysts is very hot right now with AI, machine learning. Those roles are through the fire, through the roof. It's on fire. FinOps, financial operations, as AI grows and AI uses more cloud resources or hardware resources that are being developed by all these companies, financial cost consideration is greatly needed. So FinOps engineers, FinOps and analysts, these things are on fire. So even automation still, DevOps, cloud engineering is still hot. Cloud security is on fire. It's only going to grow as you know. You see the competition out here with AI, with new deep seek just popped up. Companies are trying to be better and better and better every day. Who do you think running these things? Who do you think stopping intruders and attacks from getting on the platform? Who's optimizing the cost for these things? It's the engineers. And whatever role you go into, it's okay. Just be the best at it. And you can even get more granular where you say, hey, I want to be a DevOps engineer, but I like focusing on Terraform. And I'm gonna be the best at Terraform. Totally fine. You're gonna make a lot of money. All right. Hello, brothers. Do you think specific cloud vendor certifications are worth considering, knowing that most enterprises are operating at a multi cloud level? Yeah, I mean, so what you have to understand is just because a company don't, uh, when you have multi cloud strategies, a lot of that is uneven, right? So the multi cloud strategy can be, hey, while we have our application workloads and our lambdas and our functions running over here, we could just be using databases in GCP because how fast and they analyze and unlimited scaling, etc. Excuse me, I can't talk. So focusing on a specific one is going to get you in the door. If you, I mean, because you can't anticipate what a company's using. I mean, they could tell you, hey, you could be AWS and Azure, right? But like, how half and half? You won't know until you get into an interview and ask them questions about it. So you're not going to be able to tell off the bat. So focusing on a specific vendor is always going to get you in the door. You can learn the others. So once you say, hey, I've been focusing on AWS, and they get you in the door, then you just focus on Azure too. So don't. Well, I say that to say, don't try to do 1,000 things at once. Focus on that. If you're doing Azure, just do Azure, man. If you're doing GCP, just do GCP. All right. Let's see. What do you think people get wrong when job hunting in cloud? You ain't you didn't listen to this whole talk. Hey man, put the thumbs up if you heard what I said for the last 30 minutes. Did you come in late, Mr. Johnson? Tell me the truth if you came in late now. If you came in late, I seen the recording. You can rewatch it. Everyone else, did you get the message in this live Q&A? Thumbs up. All right. When you first started working on cloud projects, what was your second one you focused on to build off the momentum of completing your first project? I think my first project was the average first one, static website hosting, right? But I built it off. I went further by hosting it through CloudFront, and then what I did was uh, I didn't really learn too much of it, but I learned enough to build a little application that just had a little front end that said broadest Palmer, etc. And what I did was just kind of learn more how to inspect with development tools on the back end to learn, like, if somebody comes to the website, what could they see? Could they see any keys or credentials that I had that was supposed to be hidden? And then automating that. At that time, it was more like bash scripting for server side stuff. So, like, what are some of the AWS CLI stuff that I can use instead of going through the console? How can I write this out with the AWS CLI to deploy the same thing? So you can always build, like, you don't have to build on the next project yet. You can take the same project and deploy it 4 different ways: through the console, through the CLI, through the CDK, and through infrastructure as code. Same project, 4 different ways. You say, yes, I came late and I believe it was not solving the problem. Yeah, well, it's not getting clear on how you can solve their problem. And if they invest this money into you, like, why are we applying to roles that's asking for Python skills, Linux skills, and AWS skills? And we're trying to show them Kubernetes clusters and Docker containers. And we're trying to show them all these irrelevant stuff, Terraform scripts to be written. Don't even matter. You're putting projects on it that don't even matter. And I'll say this is the last thing I say, because I know I said I was stopping at 30. One of the biggest things is no one's reaching out to people. So, like, they're just applying to the roles and just hope they get picked out in a sea of people. So, meaning, you apply, or before you apply to a role, you need to pick out 3 to 5 individuals from that company and reach out to them. Now, those people are your leads. So you can reach out to them for the first time, maybe a couple of days you follow up, and maybe a couple of days after that you follow up with a final notice. So one reach out initially and 2 follow-ups. And if you do that for every company that you want to apply to, then let's say if you got 10 companies you want to apply to, that's 30 to 50 conversations in your inbox at all times. That's how you generate and nurture those leads. Hey, initial conversation. Hey, my name is Mr. Johnson. I was reaching out because I'm interested in the cloud support engineer role at your company, and I wanted to see, what are the chances, if you're available, we can hop on a quick call. I would love to see, chat more about the day to day of the role and see, how did you come to work there and what's the culture like? That's it. That's all you have to do. And 90% of people are not doing that. They just applying. AWS. Let me get my application and me apply. But if you see it's like 100 applicants, like, what's going to make you stand out? Because I'm pretty sure at least 60% of them have the same skills you have. What makes relationships is the cornerstone of you getting a role. Building the relationships. So build as many relationships as you can. And then once you apply, they'll probably refer you. Like, hey man, you cool, man. Go, listen, go ahead. I'm gonna send you a referral link. Go ahead and apply. And guess what? Referrals get priority when it comes to recruiters looking at them. All right. So thank y'all so much for joining. We try to have these weekly. But I hope I give y'all some game to go and chew on. And I appreciate y'all. Let me know if you have any more questions on LinkedIn or in the community. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.